Krásný dobrý den ve spolek, vítejte u 12. dílu Zaklínač o víně a krvi. Pojďme na to. No, hej, tak se vrhnem ale zase na hlavní úkol. Kde to je? Daleko, předaleko. Takže pomylíš Čínura.
Could use Triss with one of her portals.
Došel si na konec světa, zde jsou draci. Vrať se. Já nevidím draky, ale mustangy. Oh. Ježiš, kolik jich tady je zase? Hele, tady ten bojuje se mnou. Zbojníci ho asi... tady je druhej. Třetí. Čtvrtý, aha. Nějaký přepadený vůz. No tak nevím, jestli slavný, ale když už to říkáš. Zase o den později, proč? Na co čekáme, Geralte, prosím tě? A co slopeš? Tak to mně nějak není jasné. Mně přijde takové jako... Ty jo, samé ovoce a zelenina. No a tady ty prostřihy tak mně přijdou jako sice hezký, ale tak nějak trochu jako zbytečný, no. Chudák koník. Tak si též schrupnem. Sice Geralt teďka jako odpočíval jako celý den. Celý boží den, ale evidentně je to málo. A nedoplnilo se mu zdraví, no tak jako... To tam teda mohli udělat, jakože když už tam jako sedí a medituje jeden den, tak jako aby mohli jako mu doplnit zdraví, že? Tak kudy. Neviditelná překážka. Tak, klepnu si zavoláme, sorry.
Bootlegs don't usually work nights. Need to come back during the day.
Aha. Starý hanopís, co to je? Drazí buklirčané, probuďte se, necháte se odírat vládnoucí smetánkou, která si s vámi hraje jako sloutka. My za bílého dne kují pikle, aby vás zbavili právoplatného dědice vašeho trůnu. Po smrti vévody by se měla ujmout vlády jeho nejstarší dcera. Ale on vám navykládal za vlasy přitažené příběhy o nějaké kletbě a vnutil vám svou mladší dceru. Nepřihlížejte tomu nečinně, neotálejte, vzbouřete se. Všichni ti, kteří nehodlají připustit takové zacházení, které se dotýká jak jich samotných, tak i ostatních poddaných, nechť jsou připraveni. Právoplatná dědička trůnu se může vrátit každým okamžikem. Bude potřebovat veškerou naši podporu. Znepokojený občan. Co se to tam děje? Ty... Můžeš přestat narážet do mojí klepny? Hej, klepno. No, tak aspoň tady, tyjo. Já si schrupnu vedle tebe. Ježíš, co 2 hodiny? Do dne. Máme čekat. Na pořád tady nikdo není. Tak si alespoň obhlédneme místo činu. Ceník. Přečti. Ceník čištění. Kožené boty leštění a čištění 20 korun. Leštění bez čištění nedoporučujeme. 15 korun. 1 kožená bota s čištěním. Pro válečné veterány a další postižené. Jakož i pro škudlily. Takže buď to pro ty, co mají jenom 1 nohu. A pro škudlily jakože vle 1 bota bude víc cíděná, vyleštěná, ta druhá bude zabahněná až hamba, tyjo. Rytířské opásky, kožené doplňky 30 korun. Včetně čištění bot. Čištění kovů, sáda plátové zbroje, hrudní plát, nákoleníky, přilbice. Pokud máte k vyčištění něco, co není uvedeno na ceníku, může vám vyhovět, cena dohodou. Co takhle jezdecké sedlo? Špína sem, čistí ven, vězte, že nejlepší jsem. Hezký. Dobrý slogan. No tak v kolik tak jako začíná úřadovat takovej čistič bot a kožených a jiných věcí. Plískanice z nich, čislota, čistá bude tvoje bota. Ty vole, a to mě evokuje takové jako komunistickou propagandu. Tak kdy, tak v 9. No jo, už tam je. A to je nějaké děcko, ale... Tak se uložíme.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pipes, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
Aha.
Far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just
No, já
with
jsem
a
teda
spit
myslela,
at you.
že ten čistič body je jako dospělej. Protože teda pokud si dobře pamatuju, tak v té halucinaci, co bylo posledně, nebo spíš jako předposledně, tak Tak ten čistič bot, tak byl přece dospělý chláp, ne? Zaklínač.
A witcher, and I'd advise you to go back where you came from.
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheats from justice.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like after we tan his hide. So stand down.
No ale já ho potřebuju čerstvýho.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well, which is all the same to me. So now let's not do anything
We'll
rash.
break your legs, vagrant
Geralte, neudělej mi ostudu, ale.
Doors and cheeks.
Ty neumíš používat znamení? No. Kluku moc nejásej, tebe si pěkně vyspovídám, jo.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men. What are they doing?
Nothing really. Had a little misunderstanding. Figured it out though.
Uh-huh. I see. As the Duchess's protege, you may go. But this lot, that's another matter. You'll come with us. Some time in a cell ought to scare the dimwits out of you. Mm-hmm. Come on.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Jak to?
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true. They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow. So, what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it.
Ej, ale jako nosit měšec s penězma na krku není úplně bezpečný.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please.
Tak doufám, že budou nablejskané a vyleštěné. Že mi je bude každý závidět.
So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of
No,
your
o jednom
patrons.
upířisku.
Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival. Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
No jistě.
Let's say 500 crowns.
Se
What? Gotta
zbláznil.
be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
No já ti nevím. Ty vole, to je zase těžký. Jako kluk, který mu je tak 12. Ne.
No way. Not about to contribute to your shady venture.
No to je
Don't
pravda,
tell me
jestli
what you
někde
know
vylívá
for
nočníky, aby on měl
Yes, sir.
kšefty,
Of
tak
course, sir.
to úplně
As
nemá
you wish,
čistý,
sir.
no.
I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron, gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here.
Hej, upíra může vít na denní
Local
světlo.
necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now,
To je nějaký
if I might
divný.
intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
Nechybí mu náhodou jedna ruka?
Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door
Aha,
is red,
takže on to najednou
but I do
ví.
not know if
Jenom
the
chce
gentleman
zaplatit
lives
předem,
there.
že?
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
No jo, ta je stará 2000 let. Co bys čekal? Smrad malej. Hej, Regisi, nebo jak se to nazýváš anglicky, nevadí ti, když si tady schrupnu? Nevadí, to je dobře.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning the right thing to bribe them with.
No. Tak
Not so fast,
jdeme.
Coach.
A vy si nebudete po cestě povídat? Hej, co ty tady? Vypadáš jako provazochodec, ale chodíš po zemi.
Monsters have mamas and papas.
A pořád mě teda zajímá, Regisi nebo Regisi, jak to, že můžeš sakra vyjít na denní
One the boot black mentioned.
slunko. Vyjdi do hračkárny. Dobře, uložíme se. Co na mě koráte? Uskákavého poníka?
Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, Detlef, I'm coming for you. A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
Co ti ptáci všude, tyjo? Ne, nebo to jsou ti špehové od toho Regise. Nebo asi budu prostě říkat Regis.
He here? Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Nějaká úchylka, že byl upír. Hodně starý upír v hračkářství.
Let's look around.
A ten houpající se koník tam na pozadí, tak to jako nevypadá vůbec divně, že? Cukrátko, karamelka, taky dobrý švihadlo, Příkaz k vystěhování, ale vzhledem k neplacení nájmu za pozemek sloužící k účelům provozování podniku nařizuje úřední soud v Bukler nájemníku Alrikovi de Samp vystěhovat se do 7 dnů. Neuposlechnutí tohoto příkazu k vystěhování bude mít za následek uvržení dlužníka do vazby. Délka trestu bude záviset na rozhodnutí soudu dlužníků. Správce Viktor Lamer. Co pa to je?
No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Somebody fixed this recently. No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Nice little trinket. Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys.
I find these
Ale,
puppets rather disturbing.
jak to?
Attic, let's go.
Wow.
So this is his nest. Need to look around. Somebody fixed this recently.
Jsem čekala, že se tady bude dát něco vybrat, ale...
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
No já nevím, mě z toho mě běhá mraz po zádech.
Detlef unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Zase nějaké lejstro. Dopis obsahující jména obětí šelmy. Wow.
Look, slips of paper, name on each.
No, tak to
Count
přečti.
Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac Peyrin, Count de Lacroix.
Detlef's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite, rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Still got nothing, basically. Need to look around some more.
Let's get to work.
Kde se děti lopotí, sedá na hračky prach, tyjo. To je quest, tyjo. Podezřelý dopis.
Detlef van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe.
Aha, takže někdo ho vydíral.
You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
Oh.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlef killed not of his own accord.
A blackmailer
Tak taky
sunk his
to mohl
claws into
napsat on, že? Sám sobě, jak kdyby.
Any idea what it could be? Detlef have any enemies?
Indeed, Detlef gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous.
As you well know, having faced Detlef yourself.
Whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping.
In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off perhaps by a bout of Detlef's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Dettlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Dettlaff is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
No počkat, když jako si představím smečku, tak bych řekla, že to byla taky upírka. A ne ženská, jako člověk.
Dettlaff ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renowed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find her.
Even if Renowed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
No.
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
No já nevím, já si myslím, že kdyby to byl člověk, tak mu ten Dettlaff normálně prostě vypije krev, ne? Si myslím, že bude nějaká obluda.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Dettlaff's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Dettlaff's innocence, clearly.
No, nemyslím si, to je podle mě málo.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how the Duchess will see it either.
I trust you to convince her. And then...
What? Go on, don't be shy. See you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
It's a rather bold plan, but... Were we to find Renowed, we would strip the blackmailers of their hold on Dettlaff.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Dettlaff? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
No hlavně se musí najít, ale ta jeho kočka.
So be it. We'll await you here. Dettlaff and I both.
Vůbec to nebude strašidelnější, než to teďka je. Dvě upíříska. Čekající na zaklínače. Který se živí tím, že zabíjí příšery.
So that is how her grace summoned from the north.
Podej kněžně hlášení o svém hodu na šelmu. No, ta nebude ráda, podle mě.
Move it.
Ach jo. No co už, no.
Not so fast, Rose.
The jug of wine and sent the friend for another.
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher. I can see you're a kid.
Hej, dívali jsme se už na mapu, kde to je. Že bychom se tam přemístili. Jo. Tak jako můžem, ale ne. Prostě se projedem. Mezi slépkama.
I was an off-fairy prince once.
Sweet mother of mine.
Come now, sir, toss us a coin. Better to die of drink than of war.
By the prophet's wounds. A witcher. There's naught to be done. Unky says if I'm bad, he'll give me to the witches.
All work and no play, right, Witcher?
My brother gave me a
You
sword.
are the famed
made
Geralt
it
of Rivia, are you not?
All right.
Tak zaparkujeme vedle koníka. Uložíme si.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Ne.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast, I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Hele, nech si to vysvětlit, jo.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster
Prosím tě, ty
slayer?
drž zobák.
But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Tak do
Garlic's
toho.
useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods.
Aha,
pure
slunce jim
invention.
neublíží.
Only work in
Tak to je
legends and
otázka.
fables.
To je odpověď na moji otázku.
When I was a child, Grandmama Adamarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Tak jo, já tady jako ráda počkám a uvidíme, co z toho vyleze.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40,
Ty si
50,
věříš.
100, doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
No upířísko, teď to tady říkáme pořád dokola.
Higher vampires we call
Tak
them.
vyšší
Each one's a
upířísko,
little
no.
different, unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. others
Hej, vy
communicate
stojíte
with
nějak moc
animals,
blízko u
command
sebe,
them.
to se mně nelíbí.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead
Bez
wrong.
mozku, no
Thinking
to
of
ne,
lesser
no.
vampires. Alps, Echamaras, catechans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What then do you intend to do?
Najednou já, že?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Tja, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
Jak asi?
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
No plán úplně, teda myslím si, že anglicky řekl, jako máš nějaký plán, jako plan a tady máš nějaký návrh, no tak. To je docela rozdíl.
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
No ale klíčem k tomu je přece ta ženská, no.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks.
Tak.
Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnapped the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. As soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop!
To mě napadlo už předtím nechat
Wine is sacred.
tu kapku vína očuchat toho upíra, jo, třeba by rozpoznal nějaké konkrétní víno.
Stains from a drop of Estest, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saar too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high.
Tohle jsem v životě nepochopila, tyjo. Nádech ovoce, slyšíme tam sluneční záření a tak dále.
The wine is produced at Castel Revello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Sonreal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Nehledě na to, jsem chtěla ještě říct, jako, že je mnohem snadnější najít nějakou lidskou milenku upíra, než jako hledat samotného upíra, který, jak říká Regis, nebo Regis, to tak je vlastně skoro nemožný.
Saint-Réal. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Saint-Réal, it is Saint-Réal. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our
Tak co, Mařenka si zase strhne sukni a pojede ve spodárech na oří?
The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt.
No to jsem taky chtěla říct, když se bojíš, tak pojď s náma.
We've no wish to give the court any
Utajení,
reason to
aha.
gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Tak jo, budu ti říkat
Yes, Your
Ančo.
Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Jup.
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
No doufám, že si sundáš tu korunu. A zase máš tekle, Mařenka. Prostě žádná ženská v téhle hře tak nemůže mít Kanady. Prostě boty bez podpatku. Nechápu. Ty musí mít tak strašně zkrácený takové ty vazy a šlachy, Achillovy šlachy. Se jim bude hodně blbě chodit na boso potom.
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Proč za upírem, nebo kam to vlastně jedem? Na tu vinici jedem. Proč tam zase ale jedeme prostě tady večer?
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this.
Come on, Roach.
No a kde je máte? Je tady.
Come on.
Back, you beast! Be gone! Help! Save!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
Thank you. You
Není
saved
zač.
our lives.
Hooray!
Go, go.
No. Klud, klipno. Kam mě tu tlačíš? Hele ty kapitáne stráži, nebo co ty seš, naše kněžna nám tamhle zdrhá. Je docela dost vepředu.
It's the best in old Tucson. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabricio. He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
No báječně.
Doubtless you've heard of the beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full.
especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Přišel jsem si prohlídku.
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
Sorry.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Saint-Réal?
I am at your service.
Some of this wine might have been stolen. Just a suspicion we have, but any burglaries lately?
Burglaries? Not to my knowledge. And a few days past I took stock of the inventory. All was accounted for. The barrels lie safely in the cellar, I assure you.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Saint-Réal. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Saint-Réal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
No moment, co ta poslední otázka, na kterou jsme se ho mohli zeptat.
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
No, uložíme se.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Consider that.
Hej, dámo, nemůžeš trochu zrychlít. Proč si bereš na nohy štekle, když neumíš běhat potom?
He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Kde? Jo, tady.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
No tož to je ono, ne?
Herveloos. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Tak to ale nebylo vončo, evidentně.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Fiorano, Dandelion's favorite, adores it.
Ah, yes. That's sophisticated.
Got Pomino over here.
No to ale, tož to tady ale není. Moment. Tak jsou já slepá. Ne. To není ono. Taky není ono. Ježišmarja. Ježišmarja. Nemá to třeba... No jasně, že to má druhý patro, vole. No ale tady žádná značka. Aha.
No. 1270 vintage.
Aha. Šišmarja, musel si žuchnout dolů, že? No jo, víno dobré, ale špatný ročník. Ne.
Saint-Réal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
No já, no, tak uhni, prosím tě, dámo. Tak zdy. No, to je vončo.
Right here, 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Aha. Tak ťukneš?
Full.
This one is full.
This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Full. Looks like all the barrels are full.
No, sudy došly, jako co chceš dělat
Full they
teďka?
are. The question is, are they full of Saint-Réal?
Aha, takže chceš
Grab a
koštovat?
tap and hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Chceš koštovat?
Ready? We can start. Ready.
Step aside.
Tak ale dámo ty první, jo. Já to stejně nepoznám. Teda, Geralt to podle mě ani nepozná.
So?
I'd recognize this taste anywhere. This one is good.
Hele, dámo, ale nej, že se ožereš, jo.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace,
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sorial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sorial. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrin aristocrat at court.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
Wine itself, how'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men, the kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge.
Velezrada, jo?
What
Tak
now,
chudák,
Richard?
jako je mě toho celkem jako líto, no. Chtěl si přilepšit a místo toho jako velezrada a žalář a...
Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
No, tak jsem připraven.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal. Relax. Now we wait.
To je klepna. Ty si zapřáhnul klepnu.
Our favorite vintner.
Hello.
It's not him.
No co čumíš, nabíjej.
together! Follow me! Follow me!
Kam zdrháš? Zásek? Ne, zásek ne. Toť vše?
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
To má být omluva?
Don't need to like each other. Just gotta do our jobs.
If that's how you wish to treat it. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it.
Chápu to dobře, že chceš být
Let us
kamoš.
go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
A co ten výslech?
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call him...
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Určitě ti budu věřit.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Kdo?
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else.
Jméno
Sorry.
jako nevíš, jo.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go to town.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man.
Jak jsi na to přišel?
Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
Co? Proč?
Don't care. Down to business. You learn anything?
I will start at the beginning. The port warehouse where the wine was delivered. We identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
Ale.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
Kdo?
The singer. I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
To by mohl znát Marigold.
We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
Tak tam vyrazíme, ne? Mandragora, to je nějaká knajpa.
Mandragora. What's that?
A club, an
Aha,
affiliation
tak
of
ne.
local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, your grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event going to be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville in Mountebank Alley.
Ježíšmarja, příhodný úbor, nesnačila by ta maska. Prosím tě, proč jsi zhasnul tu svíci? Můžeš mě to vysvětlit? Hezky to znova zapal. Případ jednorukého Adalarda. Přezdívka jednoruký Adalard, skutečné jméno neznámé, věk neznámý, vzhled. Svědkové ho popisují jako muže průměrného vzrůstu a svalnaté, dokonce urostlé postavy, poznávací znamení, paže useknuta pod loktem, OK. Adalard svůj pahýl většinou zakrývá rukávem své košile či kabátu, někdy nosí umělou paži, pole působnosti převážně Výšnov, ale je domnělé podezření, že má styky po celém Buklér. Jednoruký Adalard je podezřelý z padělání alespoň 50 obrazů, včetně osvědčení o jejich pravosti. Řečené obrazy lze nalézt ve sbírkách soukromých sběratelů, které Adalard podvedl. Padělky byly odhaleny kvůli chybě ze strany samotného padělatele. Jeden z jeho prostředníků nabízel k prodeji hraběnce pole. Hraběnka okamžitě uvědomila stráž, neboť se jí právě pokusil prodat obraz, který její rodině patřil již celá pokolení. OK. Tak to je bota jak cíp. Nezhasínej ty svíce.
Audacious rat, the Cintrian. But we'll get him.
Kniha s názvem Kniha. To se tady snad ještě nestalo, tyjo. No. Hej, dobrý. Dobrý. Tak si schrupnem. Pro dnešek končíme, vážené panstvo. Mějte se báječně, ahoj.